often it feels like work is just totally never ending, right? There's always more to do than we have time to do. And it just feels like we're always running up against a deadline. Go, 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 go. But we are entering the end of the year. And in a lot of workplaces, not all, but in a lot of them, the end of the year is a little bit of a slower time. People are, on vacation, not as many meetings are happening, not as many deals are being made, just kind of have a little bit of a slower pace. And for some people, this means it's a time to kind of poke your head above the water and take stock of what's going on. And sometimes we just want to be like, oh, I don't want to do anything, right? And I mean, I totally understand that, right? I want to rest as well. And that is one of the things we can and should do during this time. But I wanted to share with you a number of different ways that you can take advantage of the slower times so that when you are in those busy times again, and let me tell you, they will be coming back, right? When you are in them again, you are able to kind of capitalize on the time that was a little bit slower. So, what can you do in the slower times to make those busy times even easier for yourself? And I'm talking just about work today, but there's a lot of things we can do in our home lives too, around this stuff, right? Just think about like when we're entering a lull, what can we do? I mean, we want to rest, but what can we do to help ourselves out for the future? What can we do to think about our future selves? So I wanted to share with you a number of different ways that you can use a slower period. Maybe it's not happening at the end of the year for you, but a slower period at some point during the year, so that you feel a whole lot better and if you set yourself up for the things that are happening during the busy times. So, one of the things that you can do is to purge or declutter, right? This is a time to maybe reset. You could clear off your desk, you could put everything back in its place. You could remove paper. Maybe you have accumulated a lot of paper on your desk and you actually don't need this stuff. You can scan it, you can file it, you can shred it. Maybe you can digitally declutter. Maybe this is a time to unsubscribe from all of those emails that you are getting that you're really just clogging up your inbox, right? You could use this time to get a little more organized, right? You could digitize things. You could organize digital files. Like if you need to scan a whole bunch, maybe you need to scan all your stuff for tax time or something, right? You could do that. You could organize digital files and get things back into a place that makes sense. You could, if you're a person that cares about organizing your email, and not everybody is, I know I'm not exactly one of those people, but if you are, you could take some time to clean up your inbox. You could prepare for your performance review, right? Set yourself up for next year. Maybe you've already done your performance review this year, but set yourself up for next year by, tagging, creating a tag or creating a label in your email for performance or kudos or the things that you're going to want to have be able to readily access so that you're not racking your brain the next time performance review time comes around, trying to remember all the things that you did over the last year, right? Okay. You could also tackle some backlog, right? So maybe your inbox has gotten totally out of control. Maybe you think, oh, maybe I'll try inbox zero. This could be a time to do that, right? There's no better time than a slower period to make something like that happen. Or maybe you could do what I call scheduling a productivity power hour or a power day, where you just tackle all those things on your list that like they kind of always go to the bottom. They're not the most important things, but they do need to be done at some point. And so maybe you could schedule a day where you just knock through as many of those things as you possibly can. Now, you could also use this time to reflect, right? You have just probably emerged from a busy period. And you might want to reflect on what worked and what didn't, right? What practices or habits did you have during that busy time that made it feel even more overwhelming, right? Or maybe you had some systems that were really inefficient, and now's the time to maybe change some things and make those more efficient. Maybe you need a template for something, right? You could think back and say, like, okay, when I was most stressed, what was happening, right? What could I do later to maybe change that? Sometimes we like to use a keep, start, stop. So, what do I want to keep doing? What do I want to stop doing? And what do I want to start doing? So, you could use some of this slower time for reflection. You could also use it to set goals and priorities. So, if you want to do some thinking, this is kind of reflecting too, and think about what's next for you over the next year, maybe over even the next couple of months. What do you want to be thinking about, working on, etc.? This is time to think, and we don't always get so much time to think in our day-to-day lives. But sometimes we have a slower period, we get a little more space, we can do a little thinking about, what you want to do, what you want to learn, what you want to become over the next several months or years. Maybe you could do a little research to help you get there, right? Maybe you could talk to ChatGPT as a little coach for you and see if, just spitball some ideas around there, right? You could use it to set goals and priorities. And then lastly, like I said at the beginning, you could just relax, right? You don't have to do any of this stuff. Sometimes we just want to relax and we need to relax because that is important too. Rest, relaxation, you deserve them both. And if you know things are going to get so, so, so busy again, maybe as soon as the new year turns, right? Use this as a time to recharge, to relax, so that one, you're getting those mental health benefits, right? From rest and relaxation. And just like it's something we need as human beings, but also so that you're ready and recharged when things get busy again. So these are just, 6 different ways that you can use this time when things get a little bit slower to be able to set yourself up for the busy times again. And because I know that, for me and for a lot of people I know this time happens, in the last part of the year, I wanted to share these tips with you right now. Now, do you have anything that you do during the slow times that helps set yourself up or, makes you more resilient for the busy times? If so, tell me in the comments below. I want to know, and I'm sure other people do too. If you liked this video, please give it a like so that I know. And also, please make sure to subscribe so that you get this content in your feed every single week. Until next time.
Video editor here, just like she said, make sure to subscribe because only a small amount of the people that watch our videos are actually subscribed. And it would help out the channel a lot. And maybe give a little like if you like the video.